Welcome to the Sadermedia Pick'em Challenge, where we go through this week's games and choose who we think are going to win. Let's introduce the people on our show today. So on the far right, we have the godfather, Mr. Brandenburg. We have Judge, a.k.a. the D1 recruit for Texas. And then we have Coach Hahn. And then myself, the host. Our first game this week is number 21 SMU at Stanford. So, Mr. Brandenburg, you want to start us off with your pick?
Sure. Hey, I just want to say it's an honor or privilege to be invited to participate in this panel. This first game, I had the privilege and honor once again last night of going up and watching these two teams compete in volleyball. Tough matches for SMU, but Stanford came out 3-0. So I think SMU collectively as a school has revenge on their mind. SMU's offense is ranked 47th in the nation, and they are going to win the turnover battle. I think that's going to be key in this game. Last week, SMU, impressive win against Louisville, and Stanford got blasted by Notre Dame. I got SMU on the road.
Well, listen here. I do agree with Brandenburg about that pick. I think SMU has a better offense, and I think their defense can hold out the Stanford offense. So I'm going to have to go with SMU here too.
Very simple for me. My my nephew goes to SMU, and they're better. They win.
All right. I think SMU has one of the best defenses in the country. They have a good offense. I'm picking SMU. Clean sweep for SMU, the Texas local favorite game of the week. So, next game, we have East Carolina at number 23 Army. Surprise team game of the week. Coach Brandenburg, start.
Yeah, this one has been. I'm an Army guy through and through. I grew up it's a couple miles from West Point, so my first football game was at Mikey Stadium. I'm an AAC guy. Army's just having a great year. They got actually a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback, Bryson Daly. If you've ever seen this guy, he's like a linebacker and a quarterback. A quarterback in a linebacker's body. He just the stiff arm is just a lethal weapon. I got Army in this one for sure. Staying undefeated.
Well, Army has surprised the league this year with the undefeated record, and I do think they'll keep that through this week, so I'm going to go with Army.
Also, Army for me because, one, I like them. Two, I don't want to hear Coach Wilkie cry.
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Army. They have a really strong rushing attack. I think they're going to ride the hot hand and make it 7-0. Yeah, clean sweep for both games. We all have the same options. Good records game of the week, Nebraska at number 16 Indiana.
Yeah, this is an interesting match. Indiana, hard to believe they're having a surprise season, undefeated. I'm a Nebraska guy. My dad graduated from Nebraska back in the day. I love their quarterback, Dylan Raiola, and their coach, Matt Rule. I think he's just going to do great things at that university. But I got to go with my gut here. I think Indiana is going to. I don't want to say it's an upset. I'm going to go with the home team. That puts it over the top. The fact that they're playing at home, and it's an early start. It's 11 o'clock start. So I think that always favors the home team, Indiana.
All right. Well, this one's a little personal for me. Both these coaches tried to get me in my, recruiting days. I said no to both, obviously, because I went with Texas. But, I did have very, good relationships with both teams and coaches. But I am going to have to give the edge to Nebraska this week.
Well, I grew up an Indiana Hoosier fan, basketball for sure. And since they are definitely better than Nebraska in basketball, it's definitely going to be better this week in football as well, Indiana.
Dang. All right. Well, I'm going to have to agree with Judge on this one. I'm going with Nebraska. I think their defense is going to cook against Indiana, and I'm going for the upset. Next game of the week, number 24 Michigan at number 22 Illinois. Overhyped game of the week. Does anyone really want to watch this game? Coach Brandenburg?
Yeah, it's a Big Ten game. Both teams are ranked. I think it's a disappointing season for Michigan. This one's all about the unis, though. Growing up as a kid, I always liked Michigan because of their helmets. But Illinois, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium, they are going to be playing in throwback uniforms to honor Red Grange, legendary player from back in the 1920s. So they're going to also play with special hand-painted helmets that also commemorate the 1920s, leather helmets back in the day. This game starts at 3:30. I think that's also going to be a factor. I don't know why, but I just thought that favors the home team in this game. Going against, it's tough to pick against Michigan, but I'm going to pick Illinois in this one. Home team again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree there. I think the home team's going to win this one. I think they're going to pull it out against Michigan.
Nope, Michigan wins. Very simple. I want them to win for a couple reasons, because I want Texas to win early in the year against them to hold up and be a little stronger in the end, so I need Michigan to win this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think Illinois is going to win. Strong home field advantage for the 100th year anniversary. I think there's going to be a big turnout, so I think the home field advantage is going to stay strong, and I think they're going to pull through. Next game for this week, number 14 Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Most clout to lose game of the week. If A&M loses, it's wraps.
Yeah, this one's all about defense. I think A&M's defense is going to be too much. I got a feeling they're going to force some turnovers. Gig 'em. I got the Aggies in this one.
Well, listen here. One thing I do love to see is 30,000 blonde girls at A&M Stadium crying. And I'm just praying that A&M loses this game. Let's go.
This will be over early and often. A&M all day, every way.
Yeah, I agree. A&M, blowout win, good offense against a weak Mississippi State defense. Texas A&M is going to take the win. Sixth game of the week, Oklahoma State at number 13 BIU. Upset alert game of the week. Will BIU stay strong and win the game?
Yeah, Brigham Young, man. There is, I saw a deal on this. The fan frenzy, they are crazy in Provo right now. Disappointing season for Oklahoma State all the way around. Home field advantage here. The defense for BYU is incredible. Again, a game that's going to be determined by BYU's defense, I think. And this is a high-stake game. BYU stands a chance if they can maintain the momentum and they have an easy schedule going forward. They could be in a major bowl. So this is a huge, huge game for them. And by the way, I saw Gifford Nielsen. I don't know, Coach Honick, you probably remember Gifford Nielsen being Channel 11 sports guy. He was quarterback at BYU. He's going to be at the game, so I think that puts it over the top. I'm BYU.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm old enough to remember all that. But I do like BYU, how disciplined they are as a team. I've always thought they have a very disciplined offense, and I like the way they run the ball, so I'm going to go with BYU.
There's no doubt the BYU's have some crazy quarterbacks, but I got to tell you, in a game like this, I still go with the just the overall past of each strength of each college. I'm going to go OSU. I know it's a little bit of an upset, but I think they're going to pull it off.
Wow. Okay. I got BYU. They have a strong defense, I think, and they've had 30-plus points in their last 5 games. So I think they're going to keep the hot streak and win another. Next game, tournament bubble game of the week, number 7 Alabama at number 11 Tennessee. I think it's win or go home for these teams. One loses, they're out. Coach Brandenburg, what do you think?
Yeah, historically, this is a rivalry game big time. They always play the third Sunday in October is what the rivalry is called. Alabama has obviously dominated lately, although I think Tennessee did win a thriller last year, now I think about it. This one was hard to pick. Both quarterbacks are playing well. Big time, over 100,000 people are expected at this game, as always. I got Tennessee. I'm a big Kalen DeBoer fan. He's a South Dakota guy. And I just think he's got to right the ship, and I don't think it's going to happen this week, but he'll get it done. I got Tennessee again winning this one.
This is a really great game. I think everyone's going to be watching this one this week. I've talked to both coaches, obviously. They both tried to get me, and I said, no, I'm going to Texas. But Bama was tempting, because, they've had success for so many years. But, I think Milroe's going to take it out. I'm going to take Alabama this week.
I agree. Very evenly matched team. I'm going to go with the home field advantage and say Tennessee.
I'm going to have to agree. Tennessee has strong home field advantage this game. I think it's going to be tough for Alabama to go on the road and beat Tennessee, but I think they're going to do it. I think Bama's going to go on the road and beat Tennessee.
Ooh, switch over.
Old heads went Tennessee there.
All right, last game of the week. The real game of the week. Number 5 Georgia at number 1 Texas. Start us out, Coach Brandenburg.
Yeah, this one, man, you can't. This is a can't miss game. You got to watch this one. It's the first SEC matchup for these two schools. This ought to be billed the Nick Saban Bowl. All right, both coaches are former offensive coordinators, maybe both offensive coordinators under Nick Saban at one point. College Game Day is going to actually be there. The game is at night. Sarkisian and Kirby Smart, both brilliant coaches. I think what's going to put them over the top, though, is the fact that it's at home. I'm going with the home team again. I got Hook 'em Horns. And it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the guest picker with College Game Day being there. I heard it's a toss-up between Jordan Spieth, Matthew McConaughey, and Scotty Scheffler. I'm hoping for Scotty Scheffler. I'm hoping for Scotty. He's a good guy. But Hook 'em.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, same here. I'm going to be out there on the sideline. So, yeah, I'm hoping my team wins, and let's go.
You guys ever eaten a boiled peanut?
No.
Yes.
They're okay, but they're kind of mushy and nasty. That's what Texas is going to do to Georgia this weekend. Nasty.
Wow.
Good description.
All right, my pick. This might anger some of you guys, but I don't think Texas can keep winning. I think Carson Beck's going to have a good game. I think he's going to cook the Texas defense. I'm taking Georgia. All right.
Not so fast. Hook 'em.
Thank you guys for watching Sadermedia College Football Day Pick'em. Come back next week for our picks next week, and we'll see you later.